This is going to be a short stream, just to go and get that out there real quick. But I did want to say this here. We all know what the Houston Rockets did last night against the Timberwolves. 50 points in the third quarter. Finally, we exploded like we normally are able to do. We balled out. Now, of course, I had to try to see if that was a record, because I thought that was an NBA record. Excuse me. Alright, so when I looked that up to see what the record was, I saw that it's a lot, but it's not an NBA record. It's close, but it's not. Now, the most ever in the playoffs was the Lakers did it against Detroit in 1962. They scored 51 points in a quarter. And then, of course, the Rockets did it, scored 50. And then 49 happened 3 times in a playoff quarter. The Cavaliers did it against the Warriors in 2017. The Warriors scored 49 against the Spurs in 1991. The Lakers did it against the Warriors in 1987. But the most ever in a quarter was 58 by the Buffalo Braves in 1972. So I would wonder, I was like, man, that got to be a record, because I ain't never heard that before. Dang, 50 points in one quarter, that's a lot. So I had to look that up. So now, let me go ahead and spill my spiel on this. Like I said, this is going to be kind of quick. Now, I do have to go ahead and say this here. I do think that with the Rockets scoring that 50 points in that third quarter was awesome. Everything started to click in that third quarter. Now, the part that kind of scared me is the first 2 quarters combined, you score 50. The first 2 quarters combined, you score 50. The third quarter, you score 50. But here's the part that scared me. In the fourth quarter alone, you only scored 19 points. They scored, I want to say, 31 points in the fourth quarter, but you only scored 19. So if it wasn't for that big fourth quarter, we probably would have lost that game, because the Rockets started to relax, and you can't do that. When you're in the playoffs, you cannot relax. You just can't do that. So, but I'm glad we got the win, but I just don't like the fact that how the Rockets relaxed in that fourth quarter. They kind of they started turning the ball over. Because there's another thing. In the whole game, besides the fourth quarter, the first, second, and third quarter, they only had 2 turnovers. That fourth quarter come, then they have a total of, I think it was 12 turnovers or something like that. 12 turnovers. So you're starting to turn the ball over. You're not scoring as much. And then even also as well too, the coach, when the Wolves started making a comeback, the coach was like, called timeout. He walked out in the middle of the damn floor. He was upset, because he was like, look, y'all, you letting them come back in the game, which they were. They were starting to get that flow come back in the game. So you only scored 19 points in the quarter after scoring 50. It's like you cannot relax. The Timberwolves is not a bad team. That's what people need to understand. Because a lot of people was upset when the Rockets lost that one game against them a couple days ago. But you cannot relax. Sorry about that. Because when the Rockets lost that one game, a lot of people was upset. Oh, how you lose the best team in the league, lose a number 8 seed? Really, if you think about it, the Timberwolves is not really a number 18. I mean, I know that with that number 8 in front of their name, because it's the playoffs, a lot of people going to say we shouldn't have lost. But if you think about it, right before towards the end of the season, they started having a lot of injuries. So, and they lost a lot of games. Kind of like what the Rockets were doing. We started off with the best record. We lost some games because we started to have injuries. Reason why we got Gerald Green. Excuse me. We started losing some games, and that's basically what they did. It's just that theirs came right at the end, close to the end of the season, like maybe a couple months before the end of the season. So that dropped them. They was like a 3 seed at first, dropped all the way down to number 8. Really, they was out of the playoffs, fought back in it, and was at the last game of the season against Denver for them to make the playoffs. So if you think about it now, they're not really a bad team. I tell people this, I've been telling people this a lot. They're not a bad team. They got great defense. We see that they can do what they got to do. It's just that you cannot get relaxed. And I don't like that fourth quarter where we only scored 19 points and the Rockets got relaxed. Because they had a huge lead. They was up at one point by 31 points. When they scored that 50 points in the fourth quarter, the Timberwolves only scored 20. So think about that for a moment. And we ended up winning the game by 19. We were letting them come back into the game. And you can't do that against any team. Because once you get deep and deep into the playoffs, come on now. But anyway, with all that being said, like I said, I'm going to keep this short. I do love the fact that my Rockets finally showed that we could have that burst to score points. So we finally did that. I want to say we got the win. We're up 3-1 right now. Next game is Wednesday, back home in Houston. Wednesday night, I forget what time, I got to look that up. But Rockets are back home against the Rockets. Against the Timberwolves, I'm sorry. And once again, we need to show our home crowd that we finna go ahead and end this. Get that fan support at home. Show them, thank them for all their support. Like I said, I do think that this is going to be a championship team. So if we win this one, we're going to play the winner of the Utah Jazz and OKC series. Whoever wins that, and the Jazz right now is up 3-1 as well in their series. So it look like we'll be playing the Jazz if we go ahead and close out shop and win ours. Now, with all that being said, I do want to go ahead and say this here. I'm going to go ahead and end this, but in the description box is my other channel, What It Do. Go ahead and subscribe to that channel. Just another channel I created just to talk about whatever's on your mind. What are you thinking about? I know my opinions might be a little controversial, but whatever. It is what it is. Now, excuse me as well. Now, I just want to go ahead and say this here. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Rockets pulled it out. Big win. We needed that. We've been slacking so far in these playoffs. Scored 119. When the first 3 games we only scored no more than 105 points. Now we score 119. Big old burst in the third quarter there. So go ahead and end this. This is your boy Man Up. I'm trying to do. Go Rockets. Bring home that title. Let's show the world that we got this. Peace.